Konnichiwa minasan. Welcome to the miso room. When I initially saw this room, I thought it would be perfect for an indoor sauna. But given the price of saunas in Japan, my wallet disagreed with this plan. With winter fast upon us and the closest gym nearly 30 kilometers away, I'm converting this room into my dream home gym. Once used to make miso and pickles, now it'll be used to make some mussels. And there we have it after 2 coats of paint. And probably the worst echo on this video in history. We're ready to do the backdrop. The miso room is only 2.3 by 2.6 meters, or 7.5 by 8.5 feet. It's pretty small. That being said, I think it will work fine for the purpose. In designing the miso gym, I looked at a lot of modern home gym styles, and I guess this one fits somewhere between a fitness cave and a light Scandinavian style. It's not just a dark, cool room. I want it to be nice enough that I don't mind spending time in here with 2 types of heavy metal, one that I'm lifting and one that's coming through the Bluetooth. In time, I promise it will get brighter and lighter as I add some mirrors and maybe some colors. I'm thinking maybe a hot pink exercise ball or yoga mat, just to keep it fresh. I'm going for a waterfall style design where the wood flows from the ceiling directly down onto the back wall. I used pine, which is roughly 1 by 4.5 centimeters, and I used a trimming as a gauge to ensure equal spacing throughout. For the floor, I was super happy to find a dense rubber matting. These things weigh a ton. They're about 2 square meters each, and luckily 3 of these fit the room perfectly. So getting all of the wood here for this project has all been done in my nice little K car. I feel so bad for the driver who had to deliver all of this gear. I was out of the house at the time, and here in Japan it is customary to leave your front door unlocked, and the delivery people will leave the items in your genkan, or your entranceway. So when I returned home, I was pleasantly surprised to find 200 plus kilograms, or about 450 pounds of gear sitting there waiting for me. Picturing the guy doing all of those runs from the road to the house with these weights, I know he got a good workout that day, although he probably hates delivering to my house now. In deciding what to buy, I did a little research by watching a lot of garage gym reviews, which helped steer the process of knowing what is out there. Being in Japan, the products online are different, but it allowed me to narrow down the search for the best single system for me, and in this space, to then find a comparable product. Budget was a concern, of course, so I'll give a cost breakdown at the end. What I ended up going for was an adjustable bench press rack, which could also be used for squats, which I really need to do but seem to slack on far too often. I also went for an adjustable bench, which allows for flat, incline, and decline exercises. I already owned a chin-up bar, which I've had for years. It's one that just screws into a door frame, nothing fancy. But as we have sliding doors in Japan with massive frames, there is nowhere to install it. It has been sitting in the storage closet for about a year going unused. I will show you later how I solved this issue. Other than that, I also purchased a cable pull-down system for tricep extensions, and which can also be used for back exercises. That's it, the gym is full. And here we have a first look at the gym, now to the bench, and everything is all set up. Got a couple of dumbbells, got my nice little barbell set there, which is gonna be great. Paint's done, backsplash is done. I'm gonna do the wood same way on the roof, but do that later. And then I'm gonna create a chin-up bar over off of this beam. So there's 100 kilograms. Let's take this bench press for a ride. For the chin-up bar, I've had this one sitting around for forever. So I thought, why not just make it, instead of buying a massive system, why not just make a brace for it out of a couple 2x4s. So picked up a couple 2x4s, and this is what I have devised. And then these 2 back pieces are going to mount onto the wall, and then I'm hoping this should work. Let's screw it together. So this was my grand chin-up bar solution. 2 8-foot long 2x4s and a few L brackets. Of course, I screwed this all together in about 50 places and then installed it in the house with about another 20 screws and 2 more L brackets. I do not want it moving, and I definitely don't want to fall to the floor from it coming apart. So far, so good. As installing a ceiling isn't rocket surgery, let's take a look at how much this whole system cost. Breaking it down, the building supplies included 30,000 yen worth of wood, which included everything from the backdrop, the ceiling, and the chin-up bar. There was also 9,000 yen for black paint, 19,000 yen for the 3 rubber floor mats, so the total building supplies cost was more or less 58,000 yen, which at today's exchange rate is about 410 US or 550 Canadian. It took about 20 hours to complete this project over a week's worth of evenings. It was actually a lot of fun, and I was thankful to have some help with the painting. Looking at the equipment, the weights were by far the most expensive item, but I think that will always be the case. Metal is expensive. I went for an ordinary bar as opposed to an Olympic lifting bar simply because it was about half the price. The 140 kilogram set cost about 50,000 yen or 350 US. The bench rack was 15,000 yen. I wanted to make sure that it was solid, and on Amazon with 1,500 reviews and 4.5 stars, I was confident with this purchase, and so far I love it. The adjustable bench was 22,000 yen, and I'm glad to have gone for a higher grade bench here. I tried sitting and lying on a bunch of benches at a store a few months ago, and the extra bit of expense makes the whole workout that much better. It allows me to focus on lifting weights instead of how sore my back is on a cheap bench. I also purchased the tricep cable, and I went for the cheapest option at 4,000 yen, it works perfectly. I don't think I would need one with more bells and whistles. The 2.5 meter long cable that it comes with though is a bit too long, so I would recommend getting one that is 2 meters max, but otherwise all good. I also purchased some lifting straps and easy quick release weight clamps, which I like compared to the stock model, which came with the weights, but that's just again personal preference, and hey, it's my gym, I can decide. So the total cost for all the equipment was 77,000 yen, about 540 US. So all in, the total cost is 135,000 yen, which is about 925 US or 1,250 Canadian. Hard to believe that all this was less than $1,000. And there we go. The gym is pretty much done. Decorations, the wood's all in. If anything, I'm just going to add a couple mirrors on the other side to just, make it a bit brighter, a bit larger of a space so it feels less like a dungeon. I've got all the gear I want for now. I've got 140 kilograms of weights, I've got my lifting straps, I've got my tricep pull down, I've got my homemade chin-up bar, so I'm able to do chest, back, shoulders, legs. I can do pretty much everything in here, even with such a limited space. And I'll leave a link in the description of everything I bought. It's 100% from Amazon, or all the wood is from the hardware store, or just kicking around the house. So, cheers.